Hey Bible lovers, I'm Tim Nichols, and I'm here to bring you a quick Nichols worth. This is a different setting than you're used to because I wanted to sit down and show you this. I'm not really going to review these Bibles so much. It's just kind of show you them real quick and give you my thoughts. First of all, we have the Harper Study Bible. This one has had a couple editions before this one. It's the latest edition. This is based strictly on a scholarly perspective, an academic perspective. So basically, you won't really consider this Christian commentary. There are people from all over the academic spectrum, people from all over the religious spectrum, to include Jews that don't believe Jesus is Messiah, and beyond. Now, also, it's updated edition called the SBL Study Bible, released by the Society of Biblical Literature, which is the same ones that did this one. The SBL consists of people from all across the spectrum when it comes to faith and when it comes to academics. So you're going to get a mixed bag in both of these. One thing to know is the paper in this one is absolutely terrible. It's the thinnest paper I've ever seen. The ghosting is distracting. The pages literally bleed through. It's not just ghosting, but there's literally bleed through. HarperCollins or Harper One, which is the publisher of this, they really need to let Bible makers stick with making Bibles because this paper is bad. But now from the academic perspective, there's a lot of things said in these Bibles. Now I have not read them all the way through, obviously, but I have spent a great deal of time in both of these Bibles, and they take some interesting positions on the book of Genesis, the book of Exodus, and really Moses. It seems they leave room for people like Moses to not even have been a historical person. Now, one thing you have to understand is before the Iron Age, there's really no written record of human history. It's all based on archaeology and tools that they found, and paleontology and geology and all these things. That's really the only information we have about the Stone Age, other than the Bible, because then we have the history of creation and all that stuff. But with all that said, it's really wild having study Bibles from an academic perspective alone. What is clear is that before the Iron Age, there's a lot of speculation. We either believe what scholars tell us or we don't. It's really no different than the Bible. We either believe what it says or we don't. Here's what I know. God has been disproving scientists, smart academic folks, archaeologists, paleontologists for centuries. Every new discovery either confirms or at least doesn't contradict the Bible. Me, personally, I'm one that firmly believes that the Bible, to include Genesis, Exodus, Job, even Daniel, all the people in books are real historical events and real historical people. Can it be proven academically? Well, in some cases, yes, but that can be said of a myriad of very important historical figures. Why would the Bible be any different? The difference is the Bible records these events and people in detail. So we can't blame God for wanting the Stone Age and beyond to be remembered just because other nations didn't make the effort or couldn't make the effort. The fact that we have detailed records in the Bible of important figures isn't really a flag that the stories are made up, but an indication that God was faithful to preserve what we need to know and who we needed to know about historically and theologically. How it was all compiled, that's not really relevant. What's important is, was everything that was recorded true? There's an element of faith in all ancient history because so little information exists before the Iron Age. They call it the Stone Age for a reason. What you believe about that era is based on your worldview, and it's a matter of faith, whether you like it or not. No matter where you fall on the academic spectrum, you have to rely on an element of faith for your version of human history to be true. When you use archaeology, ancient literature, not to mention ancient discoveries of biblical texts, you have what I believe is the strongest evidence of any ancient civilization, religion, and culture in existence. It's truly remarkable how God preserved His Word and assured His people would be recorded accurately. The history of Israel and their God, it's undeniable. It's the most well-preserved history in all the world. For that reason, I think it largely comes under attack. But just because it's unique in its preservation doesn't do anything for me but verify it's also unique in its inspiration. God bless you. Keep calm. Jesus on.